Welcome back to Carry Station. In today's tutorial, we are going to make this simple mechanism in which we had used three components. That is, first is the base, and these links, that circular pattern links, and this is the carry loaders, or you can say it's anything that will be moved when we apply the motion. Okay, let me show you how it will work. We have done some motion study here and play. You can see how it will going to work. So this is how it will work, and we are going to first model these three parts, then we will assemble them and will apply the motor, or you can say the basic motion on this assembly. So let's start from the part, and the first thing we are going to the base. For this I am going to select the top plane and the sketch. Okay, one more thing. First, we have to change the units to millimeters. And now again, top plane sketch, center rectangle, and this rectangle is going to be from origin. And the dimensions is 125 by 300 mm. Features, extrude boss base, and it's going to be only 25 or 15 mm. And done. Now next is again the top face sketch, rectangle, and just make two rectangles like this. Escape. Now you have to select this line, press the control and make the relation equal. Now next is these vertical lines, select one from the top and one from the bottom, and this is also going to be equal. Now press control and select these 3 points and make the relations vertical. Now next we are going to mention the dimensions, as this is 30 mm. This is going to be of only 10 mm, and distance between origin and the center point is 30 mm, or let make it 23 mm. Then wait a minute, it's going to be 23 mm, and the same for the bottom one. This is going to be 23 mm. And now we are going to extrude it and extrude up to 275 mm. And okay. Now next is we are going to select and sketch circle from the center. Dimensions, this is going to be of 8 mm. In this complete model, we are going to use all the circles as 8 mm dia. So from here to the top distance is 60 mm. Features, extrude cut, and this is going to be cut. Let's make 10 mm. Or you can check it from here. It's cutting the whole body. You can increase it 12 mm. Now done. Again, you have to select the back side and sketch. Same circle from the center. Make a circle, smart dimension. Same, this is going to be 8 mm. But the distance from the top is 30 mm. We reduce 30 mm as we mentioned the dimension. This is at a 60 mm bottom, and this is 30 mm. Features, extrude cut, and this is going to be 12 mm and okay. Now Control 7 for isometric view. Next is we are going to use the flit. Okay, and 10 mm. Okay. Next is, okay, one more thing, not a 10 mm, it's look too much. I'm going to 8 mm and done. Now next is chamfer. We want to chamfer these edges. Okay, wait a minute. Select the inch. Okay, now this is going to be of 18 mm and done. Again, go to the chamfer, select the top edges, and it's going to be of 2 5 mm, 5 mm. Okay, Control S to save it, and we are going to save it in a new folder. Let's save it as rotating mechanism, and this is our part 1. Okay, let's save it as A. Now we can change its appearance, or let me first appearance metal, and I'm going to mention as mm, iron. Okay, and in the iron, let's select the cast iron and done. Now again the appearance and select this one. It's look good. Control S to save it, and let's close this. And we can close this one also. Don't save. New part. We are going to make the rotating disc, or you can say the links. For this again, we have to change the units to millimeters and select the front plane sketch. Circle, make a circle here. One more circle at the vertical, make 1 and 2 circles. Escape this circle, and the inner one circle is going to be equal smart dimension. These two are of 8 mm. The large one, this is of 40 mm dia, and this is 22 mm. Next is distance between these two. Center of circle is 150 mm. Zoom to fit. Now escape and select the both center points and make the relation vertical, and then now select the line from the point to the straight vertical to the circle. Double click, and again from here to here. Escape. Now we are going to trim this and this part, and from linear pattern select the circular sketch pattern. Parameters, you can select this whole, and number of pattern we are going to only use 3, or we can change it later, but at that point we are going to use only 3. And okay, now again the trim entities, we are going to trim this one, and this one. Okay, one more thing we left for circular sketch pattern. We want this circle and 3 same, and okay. Now we can extrude it, extrude boss base. We are going to extrude only 6 mm, and the contours, we are going to select the contour, and okay. Now this is the sharp edges. You can see we have to use the fillet. 1, 2, you can turn this like this, 3, 4, and the last 2. Now Control 7 for isometric view. We are going to increase its radius as 17 mm, not the 17 mm. Okay, we can increase more. That's 29 and 35. Okay, this looks good. This is 45 mm plate radius. And okay, now control 7 for isometric view. And we can change its appearance, but first let radius of lid it's 2 mm. That's too much. And okay, now appearance, I'm going to make this of silver, or okay, made silver, and the color is going to be as we used on the previous model, it's going to be orange, but let me change its little appearance. And okay, now control 7 for isometric view, control S to save it as this is part B. And for the part C, we are going to again new part, change the unit to millimeters, run plane, sketch. Now we are using the line. We are just making a rough sketch as usual. Done. Now let's check. Okay. We are going to smart dimension. This is going to be of 120 mm. The height is going to be of 50. This is also going to be of 50. This is 55. Okay. And this one is 15. And okay, we have to first take it to the up. Escape to exit from the smart dimension. Now you can take it here, and again smart dimension. This is going to be of same 15 mm. Now it's done. It's time to make the holes. For the hole, we are making two circles. Escape. Now select both of the circles and make the relation equal. Smart dimension. This is going to be of 8 mm. As I say, we will use all the dimensions of the hole as 8 mm. But the distance between these two, this is going to be of only 30 mm because we use the 30 mm gap between our base. That's why. Now, distance between the top and here is going to be of 11. And done. Now we need to flit. We can flit here or we will flit after making it 3D dimensional. 10 mm. No, this is also going to be of 6 mm. And okay. Now we can use the flit. Select any one of the edge and select all corners and 10 mm. That's good. Okay, one more thing. You can see it's given me as a sharp edge. So I'm going to reduce the radius to 8 mm. And now control S to save it. This is our part 3. And appearance. This is going to be of steel, polished steel. And the color, I'm going to use the yellow and the dark. Select the flat color. Let's try to make it of dark yellow. And okay. Control S again and close. Now we are going to make the pin. Select millimeters. Now top plane. This is going to be of first. And okay, let edit sketch, smart dimension. This is going to be of 10 mm. Features, extrude boss base. We need only 2 mm and done. Now again, sketch. This is of 8 mm. We can change the radius from here. Both are correct way. Features, extrude boss base. And this is going to be of, I guess that should be good at 7 mm. We can change it later, but at that point 8 mm. Now control S. Okay, wait a minute, not the 8 mm. I think we will need up to 15 mm. I guess it's good. And again the front plane or the right plane, and we need a hole. Features, extrude cut, and this is going to be through all both and done. Now we can save it as this is our pin. Change its appearance to done. Now Control S, I have saved it. Now we are going to start the assembly drawing. Okay, first of all in the assembly drawing, let's cancel it, turn this to on, browse. Let's insert the part A, that is our base, and put it here. Now you can change the units as millimeters, and you can turn this to on. Now we are going to insert the remaining components, that is our part B here, and we need these two, so I make a duplicate. I've done it. Okay, let me show you. Control Z. Just press the control and click on the part and take it outside. It will copy or make the duplicate of your part. Now we need to make this hole with this hole, and done. Now this face and the face, it's going to be at a distance of 1 mm, so it can move freely. And the hole and this one, this is going to be concentric. Okay, this face and this face is going to be at a distance of 1 mm. Okay, one more thing, you can check it from here. There is no gap, so we can use flip dimension, and okay. Now Control 7 for isometric view. It's done. Now escape from the mate. We are going to insert the part C, and we need 3 of the part C. So I make the 3 duplicates, and now we are again going to the mate. Let's take it a little bit here. First, I'm going to take it here, and now we are moving to mate the top one with top one. Done. This one with this one. And okay, now next is I'm going to select the top face and the top face and make the relation parallel, and done. Now we can select the face and this one. After that we are going to press the spacebar. like this view, and we have too much distance between these two. So I'm going to make a distance of 1 mm and done. And escape. Now we have to change in the base as I've opened the part, edit sketch. We are going to change its distance as 15 mm or 17 mm. Let's make 17 mm first. We can reduce it later. 17 mm and done. This is 11 and double click, Control 7 for isometric view and save. And we want to save the changes in the assembly. Now you can see there is a little gap between these two. Go to the made, distance made, edit features. This is 1 mm, we can make it 1.5 mm. So the distance between these both will be equal. Now Control 7 for isometric view. Same thing we have to do with the remaining two. Select both circles. Okay. We don't have to select the axis. Delete here. Select the face. Select this face. Okay. Now the face with this face, it's going to be at a distance of 1.5 mm. Space and done. Now next is Control 7 for isometric view. This one with the bottom one. Okay. This one with and okay. Now same, select the face. Select the face and this is going to be at a distance of 1.5 mm and okay. Now Control 7 for isometric view. One more thing we left is these two relations as parallel. Done. And the same for the top one. This and this, it's going to be parallel. And okay. Now let's see whether it's working properly. Okay, this one is working properly. Okay, we need to use the pin to hold these parts. For this, I'm going to insert and the pin. Right? Now next, let's see these pins are of same dimension or not. Select the hole and the okay. Now select the face and this one. Done. Okay, you can see this is okay. The size of the pin is good. We can use it same in all the holes. So skip. We need more 5 pins. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5. Okay. Now select the mate and just copy the steps. Done. This one and this one. Face with the face. Okay. Now 2 more left and this is going to be used here. Okay, done. Let's take it out. You don't have to select the point. the face with the face. Done. And the last one. And all are done. Now press the Control 7 for isometric view. The assembly is done here. Now we can check its movement. Select any one point and it's moving properly. Okay. Now let's go to the basic motion. And here we have too many options, but let me show you. If you don't find any motion study here, you can come here and toolbars. Okay, go to the tabs and you have to find the motion study. Let me show you here, motion manager. You can find it from here. Okay, you can turn this on if you don't find from here. Now we are going to change this animation to the basic motion and the settings. Frames per second, it's up to your system specs. That's mean your computer specs. You can remain it 16 or you can increase it. I'm going to make it of 150 frames per second. That is called as FPS and high. And okay. Now you can find the motor here. We are going to apply the motor in any of the blade, and the revolution per minute, that mean the speed. I'm going to put it as 8 and done. Now you have to go to the calculate and just wait for a minute. You can see it's moving. Now you can increase its duration to up to your choice. I'm going to use 12 seconds and again calculate. Okay, it's done. Now if you think the speed of its rotation is slow, so you can change the revolution per minute as RPMs by 12 mm. I'm going to put it 12. You can change it as per your choice. And again, you have to click on the calculate. That's important step. If you don't use a calculate, it will not affect your motion. So it's done now. You can let's see its motion. Fit to zoom to fit and play. So you can see how smooth it's moving. So this is the simple tutorial that how you can use the motor in any assembly if you want to change its motion. Hope you will understand all the steps that we follow in this tutorial. If you have any problem, you can ask me in comment section. I will try to solve it. Or if you are new to CAD station, then don't forget to subscribe and share to your friends. Thank you.